So friends, welcome again to this video on savings bank account. I'll be opening a savings account after creation of KIF retail KIF ID, right? So I'll log in into the system as user ID password. This is given by the bank as per my designation. So I'm logging into the system here, entering the password case sensitive. This has to be changed as per the bank guidelines, right? So this screen appears here, solutions, Finacle. All the work is done in Finacle here. So sometimes there is a problem that single sign-on SSO is not working. Maybe there's some problem with the server. Log out, then log in again, right? Again, entering the user ID and password here. Click on login or enter also. Depends on your comfort level. Finacle is the solution. Except KIF in CRM, rest is done in Finacle. So welcome to Finacle Core Banking. Left hand side you have these favorite tab is also there. Type in HOAACSB here for opening savings bank account. I've typed this here, menu shortcut, right to this, and click on go. You can enter and click on go here. You get this function automatically open pops up here. Enter the KIF ID manually, or you can search from the searcher. I call it friend in need as a friend indeed. And scheme code is mandatory. Without it, it won't allow you SBA. Whatever scheme variants are there in the bank, you have to choose as per that. SBGN we shall be choosing very carefully since it's a training server, right? So this is how we do it. SB, all these variants of savings, SBA is scheme type. Now we are choosing scheme code here. Please remember this, right? So I'm keep on looking at for it which one is to be opened up here, right? So SB Gen here, right? Regular. You can choose any as per your SB Gen here, right? So SB is scheme type. I always remember sole ID is wherever we are working, in which branch we are working in, it is here. Sole ID is here, right? So again I can choose as per the variant that I require. There won't be that many options that are given here. SBREG, regular. I'm opening this, click on this, double click, hyperlink, click on go. You have these various tabs. These are to be visited. General tabs, interest tabs, scheme tabs, mode of operation, right? Go on the search of friend in need is a friend indeed. So it's a single account, self here, account statement, right? It's a savings bank account. We don't give statement, we just give passbook here. So we'll be choosing passbook here, drop down. Passbook here. Click on this. Now this you can see it is masked here because passbook customer can walk in at any time and get it updated. Suppose if it is statement, right? So we have to see here both. So this we have to enter what time does he want the statement. So generally in savings we choose passbook only, right? So these two fields are very Gregorian calendar. Hijri calendar is used in Mohammedan countries. We use Gregorian calendar here, right? So it's being Finacle is being used in 150 countries. Next is interest details here, right? Then scheme details, then nomination fees, related party. First I'll click on interest details here. So this parameters gives the rate of interest range that a bank will give on savings depending on the variance. Not less than 4, not more than 7%. Collect interest, yes, because they may be overdraft deliberately or non-deliberately in the account. We will be charging interest, and of course we pay interest. Interest credit account and interest debit account. Go on the drop down, S original, right? Since we pay interest, so we pay interest on the same account, S original. So we may choose parking, payment, operative, any other account. In some countries it is available here. Debit in case there is overdraft. S again for same original account only, right? Click on this here, you get this. Account paid, it says no, means it doesn't change, right? So interest credit account, in case we are giving different account number, we can type it here, but in our country generally the practice is original account only. Account pegged, no, right? So bank may change as per its own discretion, as per mandate. Next, interest calculation date credit. Generally it is quarterly, right? So you enter next quarter end date here, and in case interest is to be debited, it is monthly interest which is charged in loans overdraft. So month end date is to be given here. These are very very important. Otherwise system will give you an error here, right? Please remember this. So whichever month you are entering is your quarter end, and month end is for debiting interest, right? So all these tabs are available here, right? You can choose here. So I'm slightly going slow. Gregorian calendar here, right? Choose this. Don't change any other field here, right? Don't change anything, only calendar Gregorian. Don't change interest compounding frequency. Otherwise, text deducted. In case text category, 15G, 15H is given. Scheme details, nominations only. Don't change any other field here in scheme details. If you make it yes, you have to visit nomination details. If nominee is an account holder, KIFID enter kar dijiye, or you enter his details in every field. Related party has to be visited even if it is a single account, and if it is a joint account, we have to enter here, right? Nothing has to be done. So this is to be visited. RPD has to be visited even if it is single account. Or we can, in joint account, we can add another KIFID. Validate just to see if everything is well, all is well. We can see here relationship type, relationship code we have to enter, then we have to enter the detail here. So KIFID is there, he is a customer, you can enter that, or otherwise you have to enter your details by your own, right? And finally, after visiting all the tabs here, just ensure no field is remaining. Sometimes interest certificate is to be entered here, right? So finally you see these FATCA detail is also there at the end, and submit, you get this new account generation, right? So this is how you open savings bank account. This is the SBREG regular. This is the general subsidiary general ledger head code, right? This is the branch here. Now after that, we'll verify this. This is how we enter general interest tax, right? Scheme details for nominations, RPD has to be visited. If nominations yes, then we have to, I'll copy this and I'll log in as another user and verify this. Same tabs have to be visited while verifying this, right? So log out and log in as another user here. Otherwise this won't be available to all of you, because either a maker has to be there, a checker has to be there, right? So this is how we enter the login details here. Finacle is the solution, very simple, right? Do you want to change the solution? Yes, suppose you want to change the solution here. HOAACVSB. Remember these commands, I think you must have remembered. Yes, in my PPT is also my other material on this also. Function V, automatically V is there. Temporary KIFID, type it here, or you can choose from the searcher, click on go. So all these tabs are to be visited. Mode of operations, dispatch mode, interest details, nothing has to be done here. Only interest, credit and debit as original. Quarterly end for paying interest, monthly end for charging interest. Scheme details, nomination you can see here, right? And related party. And finally you see all these fields here, nothing is remaining, all these fields marked. This says any error, exceptions, default parameters overwritten, no problem, except curly G, and this is finally account is verified here, right? So I have opened the account, verified the account. It's very simple. After KIF is created, so are you sure you want to log out? Yes, I want to log out here, right? So again I'm logging in again, entering my credentials here, password, case sensitive, it has to be changed as per bank guidelines. log in or enter here. Finacle is the solution here again. Now I'm funding this account, HCASHDEP, right? So whatever the amount customer has deposited with the bank, A for addition here, right? Transaction type. These two tabs are to be for cash normal receipt or cash receipt implicit, wherein you can charge any charges for excess cash deposit in current accounts we can recover from the customer. So account ID, in which account you want to credit, you can see automatically radio tab button is credit here, automatically here it is credit here. Amount, let's say whatever the amount we are charging, you can choose 50T here. 50T means 50,000. Don't want to enter zeros here. Whatever particulars you enter here will appear on your passbook here by cash. So you can write as much details as you want in your transaction particulars to make it easier for the customer who deposited. Suppose third person came to deposit, you can enter his name also. And you can enter these denominations here. This is available. Enter denomination details. So 2000 rupees becomes higher than that. So I've opened for 50 lakhs. I deposited 50 lakhs here. So in case if it doesn't match, it will give you a warning here, right? It doesn't matches here. So here it is giving an error. So I've entered the amount with 50,000. I'm entering it here as 50 lakhs. It says transaction amount must be same as the net amount here. So I'll reduce this, make it to 50,000, right? So since I entered 50,000 and I was entering details for 50 lakhs, so it gave me an error here, right? So I'm making it 50 lakhs here. I'm funding it because I'll be showing you a lot of transactions where I need funding. Otherwise, generally you open through a check only. 50 lakh is the amount, right? Enter denomination details here. Now you can see here 2500 will give you 50 lakhs here. Now it won't give any error. Click on validate here. Click on go here. And finally you submit. Get this. Nothing has to be wasted and this has to be verified. This is how funding is done, right? So what are the exceptions? Because amount was large, accepted, note down the transaction number. Here it is, you can see transaction ID. This has to be noted down here. I am posting through part transactions, every leg. So I am clicking on these, right? So this is vault cash. Cash has been deposited in the branch vault here. Right, this is the account number where I'm Pavan Datre. I'm adding the 50 lakhs here. Right, suppose if check is there, instrument details will come up here. Instrument details here. Click on submit again. Again, one leg is remaining. Click on that, right? And then finally accept. So you have to see that proxy posting, something is there, right? So this is done, right? And accept it. Proxy account ID. So there's an error in the server. Sometimes it gives, so maybe the connectivity is lost here, right? So this is how funding can be done here.